On a greenish looking pitch is in and bowls to Sam Robson. It swings away, but from wide, went wider.
Plunging forward seems to be the way on this one, as here's Van Beek, and this ball's run away down to deep third by De Carys. He's over the top of it, and it is 4, fine of the fielder. Here's Van Beek up on his toes. De Carys punching now in front of deep third. He got an edge fine of the fielder, who may have just shimmied a little finer as a result, and now it's punched in front of him for 4. That was a nice shot. Van Beek passes the umpire, he bowls, and this one's onto the pads, but leg side. It's just off the pad, down to fine leg. It goes for 4. Umpire will tap his knee.
Right is in bowls. It's clipped in the air through mid-wicket. That's going to run away for 4. No chance for Hill to chase that one down. So it was a nice piece of timing. It was in the air for quite a long way as it went towards wide-ish mid-wicket, but it was absolutely between Travaskis and Hill.
As in comes Van Beek. Bowls, and that's cut. Well, that was flayed away by De Carys. Backward a point for 4.
Do that, especially in these conditions.
Van Beek to De Carys. He goes full and straight, overcompensates, and the right-hander driving him wide of mid-on for 4. It's beautiful timing. You mentioned that outfield. He was scampering back for the third De Carys, but Robson screamed at him. It's gone.
And he goes and bowls down the leg side. There's an appeal for leg before from Ben Cox, and only Ben Cox, umpire Debenham.
Here's Walker from the Bennett end. He bowls, that's clipped, fine, a mid-wicket for 4. Leg stump half volley to begin from Walker. Big broad shoulders on him. Rifled that on and in towards the stumps, but a little too straight. And De Carys had a good attendance on day 1 as his. A length ball, cut away, just a little bit of width. Fraction short. De Carys onto it quickly. Got one of those away against Van Beek earlier. And he's in now. Bowls, full of a length. That's driven away by Robson for 4. Lovely shot. Glorious shot, that one from Robson. It was over-pitched, it was a little bit wide, but just leaning into it and an effortless. I think I need these steps these weeks. It's been a heavy season, let's put it that way. Forward goes Robson, driving again, and he gets it through once more. It's 4 more. Well, that's only just going to make it. There's a sweeper at cover now coming around. As Rice is in. He bowls short and he's cut. Backward a point. Deep third. A little jog to retrieve it from over the ropes. Robson has overtaken De Carys.
Wood is in and bowls. Slightly slow delivery. He's on driven for 4. Floated up a little bit from Sam Wood. It was over pitched, and Robson helped himself.
Right to Robson, cutting hard, and that's 4 more to deep backward point. Robson's on to 47.
Wood bowls and is guided. And he was guided, I think, by De Carys down to find third man for 4. It was a little bit uncertain. It was nicely bowled from Wood.
And Van Beek, bowls a bouncer, which just swaying underneath it, ducking underneath it. Duck into his neck from De Carys, but it flies over Cox as well. He gets fingertips to it. And
runs in and bowls. Full again. This time it's straighter and it's clipped away through deep mid-wicket. I think that's going to go all the way down the slope in front of the meet. So
in comes Van Beek, short, and he's pulled away by Robson. Deep square giving chase on the rope, and it's, not going to be one, that chase. Robson has 50. 51 from 89 deliveries. Van Beek in bowls. De Carys forward, driving through the covers. Well, was it to be the tempter? It turned out to be a juicy half volley, and there's another 50 for Josh De Carys, 23 years of age.
Alfonso Thomas, as green is in and bowls outside off stump, and it's left by Sam Robson. First ball after lunch. He said it was very dry underneath, but
Van Beek bowls and up on his toes. De Carys punches back at a point and will pick up 4. Lovely shot. Deep thirds just moved a little bit finer down there. Van Beek, a little wider on the crease it felt there, but on the back foot. De Carys stands up tall. He punches him away back at a point. It's another boundary, and again, you just miss your spot here.
Do you want to talk us through this over then, Dermot?
All right, and that's a short ball, and it's pulled away, and he's found the gap between deep fine leg and deep backward. Comes in now and driven straight. Good shot. Straight back past the bowler. Lovely on drive from De Carys, and that'll take him up to 68, unless the Yep.
In goes Wood and bowls short and lifted off the top edge down towards fine third man for 4. Wood is in, bowls, and that's going to be 4 as well, off the hip, and it could have been purely off the... No, it wasn't. It was a little bit of bat as well, so consecutive boundaries down fine.
Just yet for Middlesex.
Walker is in, bowls outside off stump, room for De Caires to chop it away, and chop it away effectively as well, wide, well wide of Hill. Walker is in, and that's a great delivery. He's caught behind. Yes, they have a wicket. Walker has his man. It bounced, seamed back in. May even have taken the inside edge. Bustles in. Bowls. Bowled him! Top of off stump. Holden shuffled forward. May just have straightened a little bit off the seam.
Just has to get a slight error. Bowls now. He's short and onto the legs, and Robson turns 2, backward a square, and that'll be the century. First of the summer for Sam Robson. It'd just be interesting to see how much he celebrates it. He might do it. I guess he didn't have to scamper back hard, and it's a quiet celebration for Robson. He lifts his bat to the pavilion, lifts his bat to the dressing room, and around what is quite a busy Grace Road this Sunday afternoon.
Choose happy.
In comes Van Beek, bowls, and this ball's clipped away through mid-wicket. It's a lovely shot by Robson. Deep squares heading around. It is a quick outfield. It's so parched. It right. Last ball before tea, bowls and deploys forward, pushes back to. That was a nice length, and that was the U's and the R's from the crowd. 110 Robson, 15 deploy, 219 for 2. Last thought from Dermot.
And steps in and bowls to Robson, who drives him out towards mid-off, but gently. Travaskis bowls, reverse swept very nicely and successfully by Leos deploy. Realised there wasn't before stepping in. Bowling, firing it in, reverse swept, and very nicely as well for 4, again by Duploy. Round the wicket goes Travaskis. Walker watches as Robson, just outside off stump, steers it past down. Wood is in, bowl, short, pulled out to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. Well, set up nicely, there just isn't enough pace. Wood bowls, Robson drives and does edge straight through second slip, as Dermot predicted he would, and that is 4 to the fine third man. Walker in, bowls, and Robson is... He's caught in the gully. He went for the drive, he took his bottom hand off the bat, he didn't get on top of the bounce, and Walker has his 3rd wicket. Absolutely really out of the blue, but Walker is in. 2 Higgins, not the greatest of deliveries, a leg stump half volley that he clips away for 4.
Yeah, that's a shocker, isn't it? As Green's in, and a flashing drive. What a catch! What a catch at backward point! My goodness me. Higgins has gone for a square drive. It's got a lot of bat on it. It's flown.
Green bowls outside off stump, an expansive drive, and he's got that one through Geddes. There was width, and it was just over pitched from... rather than scratching his head. Right is in, nicely picked up off his legs and clipped across over square leg to the boundary for 4.
So around the wicket comes Van Beek, and it's down the leg side and helped on its way by deploy for 4.
As Van Beek is in and bowls now, and that's short and pulled away. Fine shot. Poor delivery really. When you got a new ball in your hand, you got 3 slips and a backward point, but he's... as he comes in again, very athletic, and that one's a good shot. That is a good shot. That was short, very similar to the ball before, but didn't bounce on.
Round the wicket goes Ben Green, replacing Chris Wright. Down the wicket goes Leos Deploy, turning it out towards long leg. He wants a second, and he's going to get one because the fielder has made an absolute wicket of it. I don't know what Wood was doing out there. He ran in to field the ball. In the end, Duploy turns for the 4th, and that is his 50, an all-run for Wood. Round the wicket. Bowls, Duploy advances, gets to the pitch of it, clips it nicely through mid-wicket for 4. Green didn't see him coming, or if he did, he didn't adjust his length. In, bowls, edged, caught at second slip, and Duploy whacks at the ground in disgust with himself, whether it held its own off the seam.
Sharma is still on naught. He's facing Logan Van Beek, who bowls it now, and it's a dot. Defended, and goes out to mid-off.